What questions do you have?
Questions. Okay. Um, one would think, where do I need to start from? With all this put behind, now I am back to the board. Where do I begin from? Do I need to just sit and change the mindset? Do I need to go to school? Or do I sit and just write what comes in my mind? How do you transition to that, to begin on the journey that you really want to move, to
Okay.
take on?
Now, where you are right now, you had already moved this journey in your mind, but you just didn't know whether it was the right journey. That I don't think this job thing is really the problem. I think the problem is I am misplaced. And that is why I have a wrong attitude. And now I want to be able to find myself again and the things that I want to do. So number one, there are people that are doing what you would love to do. You find a mentor. Okay?
Yes, please.
A mentor that is doing what you think you love to do. Okay?
Yes.
Because you can learn through a mentor by just looking at them, following them, and understanding how they did. And then if that mentor is someone that you can actually approach to mentor you, they can actually put down their life or a few things that they have done in order to get to where they have. So that means that you are already learning firsthand from someone who is already doing it. Number two, there are short courses. Short courses about, but the short course, it's better to go in after knowing that this is what I want. That, you know what, I want to be a coach, or I want to be a speaker, or I want to be an author, or I want to be a consultant in this area. So that is where you're like, okay, so what I am enrolling into is the business of coaching. Yes, I want to find myself, but after finding myself, I need to be able to do this work, and it has to bring some money on table for me to survive, and just not survive, but thrive in life. Because the best way for you to help anyone in the world is by you being in a better place so you can be able to hold a hand, to give someone else's hand. Just imagine you come out of your cousin's home and on an empty stomach, no tea, nothing, and you know life is just hard. You can't even buy yourself pads. You can't even buy yourself a lip balm or something like that. And you're going to speak to other girls about their life and how to live their lives. It's possible you're going to give them some content, but it's not going to be hearty. Do you understand when I say
Yes,
hearty?
I do.
As in, when you speak from your heart and you're like, this is the life that I have lived, or this is where I come from, or even when you have something small in your pocket and you're like, I'm thankful that I'm not where I used to be, I'm in a better place right now. The energy with which you speak and the experience with which you speak and the authority with which you speak is totally different from a hungry person.
True.
Totally different from a person that they've told, you know what, we're about, I mean, you've grown up, find accommodation for yourself, and you're just figuring it out. Maybe you're sleeping at a friend, you're crashing at a friend's place, but again, you have to go and speak to other people's lives. It doesn't mean that the speak can't happen. It's going to happen. You're going to speak to them, but you will feel like you are misaligned. You'll feel like that there's something lacking. Yes, I am helping people, but there's something lacking in my life. So that is what we need to rectify. That you don't speak empty words, but you speak words that have emphasis, that have credibility, that have the power to heal and help others. And that comes from you being in a better place. So that means that you need to work on you first before you work on anyone else. Help you first before you help anyone else. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you plan on proceeding?
Well, just I think I need to go back and think exactly where my passion is in the whole thing of speaking to people, you know, encouraging people. Where exactly do I lie? And then from there, look at how do I start on it?
Okay.
And then proceed to it.
Who is your role model?
I admire a lady called Priscilla Shire.
Priscilla Shire. Okay. Okay. Any other?
Any other?
So you see, you admire Priscilla Shire, and maybe a few times when she speaks, you're like, wow, I wish I can speak like that. Have you crammed a few of her quotes and how she presents?
Yeah.
So you're really passionate about that. So you can imagine, we have, and now let me just turn to you. We have people that are wrongly positioned out there. And that is where you will see a nurse who has a very bad attitude because they were never called to be a nurse. Like they're not passionate about being a nurse. They come and I think you've seen them in the hospital. They're dragging their feet. Have you seen a nurse that is passionate? Oh my God, they will even over-inform you.
Yeah.
They will tell you about what they're about to inject you. They will tell you whether it pains or it doesn't pain. They will tell you, don't worry, it's okay, I will see that. They will even go and consult on your behalf. What did you ask? No, let me go and find out from the doctor. I come back, and they will come back on time. They will even ask, hey, you don't have tea? We have people. Let me call someone. Can you bring tea to room number so and so? And you will see that they are overcommitted, like they are giving of themselves, and it is so healing. Do you know that you can get healed? Just because someone has taken good care of you, not even because of anything else that they have done. Because someone has shown you that they know your name. They come back to the room and hey, Gertrude, you're still here. I thought you had left. Chichi, you want to stay with us all this time. What's the problem now? And so you feel like there is someone, and she does that to 100 people. If someone is a nurse or he is a nurse, and you'll find them cramming 100 patients. And they're treating them with the same kind of attention. But find someone who is not interested, who is there for the money.
Just want to give drugs and
I mean, they will bring the drugs. I know for sure there is one who was treating me after I think I'd given birth to my first child. And I remember refusing to take the medicine. I was like, okay, so you have brought the tablets with that gloomy face. I don't know what I'm supposed to take. I don't know, because I'd just come out of a coma. I was on oxygen for 5 days, and then someone bumping with medicine in there and just putting it there. You're supposed to take this, you're supposed to take this. And I'm like, excuse me, what is this for? No explanation, nothing. I remember telling my mother, no, I'm not taking this medicine. I need someone to come and explain to me why I'm taking 16 ranges of tablets and why I'm actually taking them. I need to be able to know. I can't just take...
And you're entitled to that.
Yeah, but again, someone else would come in, and they would just come in, another nurse, just to check on you. They've not brought medicine. They're like, how are you feeling today? Are you any okay? If you tell them that you're not feeling well, they're like, what's the problem? I'm feeling dizzy. Let me go back to the doctor, to the ward. Tell them this so that we can see what the problem is and then come and rectify it. So we have so many people that are wrongly positioned. Receptionists that are wrongly positioned. We even have CEOs who are wrongly positioned. And we have, all kinds of salespeople that are wrongly positioned. Just imagine someone comes, wants to sell something to you, but they're quarreling. But don't waste my time. If you don't want to buy, you should have told me in the first place. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Okay, so I feel that the trick about being placed right is something that works. And remember, we are dealing with you who are in this generation. Number one, too entitled, so many times, too entitled, as in you feel everything should flow the way you want it to flow. And yet, some of us who are older, we grew up that we would commit even to things that we didn't feel we wanted, because you were told you have to work hard. So the thing is, work hard. Whether you get something wrong or something right, work hard. But in this generation where there's a lot of complacency, a lot of entitlement, a lot of you know, soft life kind of syndrome. You want to take pictures on IG, but again, you don't want to find out how much that phone is bought and how much data you have to load and all that. So a lot of things are actually going berserk. But again, this is a way better generation and era to live than what we lived before, because when you find your purpose, you can monetize your purpose and you can actually live a happy life, long happy life. What you're talking about when you want to speak into people's lives, because that's exactly what I am doing for a living, you don't get old. As in, the older you get, the more money you make. The older you get, the more credibility, the more experience. That means at 60, at 70, at 80, people will be looking for you and your services, because you have been, you know, you have so much experience, and someone will just want to sit at your feet and listen to what you have to do. Okay? So after we leave this place, before you, as in, you will find yourself do all the other things, but at least I'm offering you mentorship for 2 months.
Thank you very much.
Enroll into a mentorship academy and watch the videos, do all the assignments. The thing is, I just want to give you a start. You find yourself, and then you can establish yourself along the way.
Thank
So
you very much.
let's do that and see how far you can go. I want to be able to follow up on your life, because I just don't want to meet a Sandra whose job did not work out and she really felt that she has to do something different. But I want you to find that that particular thing you have chosen to do is something that you are flourishing in, thriving in. We come back here with a testimony and say, I am the happiest woman alive, and I am doing what I was created to do. And I wouldn't ask for anything more. Will that help?
It will.
Okay, so we will wait to hear from you. And for those of you that have come with us on this journey, this chart can seem as small as it has been and how it has unveiled. But believe me, there are so many of us that are still in those places where we need to come out of. We need to be completely honest with ourselves. We need to be able to have independent minds and think, not just let other people think for us. And then we need to be able to have honest conversations with people. That is why I say, if you ask, you will get the answer. If you keep quiet, you will actually die with your question. But there is an answer to every question. If you are there and you feel you are at the crossroad, reach out on the numbers on the screen. Just reach out to us, WhatsApp, and then get to know. Come, let's have this chat. Let's find a solution together. I believe that you can thrive, and I believe that you can flourish and make it big in life. But do not just sit and fold your hands and be depressed because you're going through a phase that you don't understand. Come, let's break it down, whether it's a relationship issue, whether it's a marriage issue, whether it's a career issue, whether it's a financial issue. Come, let's have an open conversation, okay? And let's see where that leads us. That was an amazing conversation, and I hope that you've been able to pick 1 or 2 things to apply in your life, knowing that life is not just hitting dead ends, but there's a rebirth, there's pivoting, and then there's changing the trajectory of your life. And what better way than to know that you have the control of your life? And I believe that that is what Sandra's story has done for us, and I hope that it has built you into that person. So make sure that you spread this news, invite another person if they need clarity, to find clarity as we share. For the beautiful crew that has done this beautiful show, thank you so much. All the creatives, control room, and on camera, thank you so much. The producers, and then Mera P on the clothes, thank you so much. Right at Bukoto, that is Kenjoy Supermarket, you'll find Mera P, and they'll give you the nice outfits to be able to go through whatever it is, corporate, you know, all the glamour that you need on your weddings and on changing dresses, you'll find it there, believe me. And from me to you, I wish you all the happiness in the world, the learning and the growing, and join me at Hold My Hand every Friday, 5 p.m. every single Friday. We are at Thobani Center rooftop talking about life and how to live it and how to better our results.